know you guys aren't going to believe me. I said, but I'm not taking anything. And they were like, oh, come on, it's bullshit, man, come on.
Can you win a bodybuilding competition as a natural? Well, it depends on which federation you're competing in and what competition shows up that day. But Aaron Reed's an example of having won a bodybuilding show in the NPC, which is highly competitive and a lot of supplements used. So tell us about your victory as a natty and whether anybody ever believed you were natty at that time.
Okay. That was 2010. That's when I was studying nutrition so passionately to figure out, how I was going to cure myself with hepatitis, and that's what led me to stumble on so many fantastic discoveries for performance. Eating healthy with the performance twist is really how I got there. But the whole goal for me was to push my book by winning a bodybuilding competition. And in 2010, I did 3 competitions in 3 weeks. Because my approach is once you get in shape, like landing a plane, you don't need to perform a magic trick, So I was able to compete week after week if I wanted to. Doing the Gainesville, Mr. Gainesville competition, and like I said, 2010 was awesome because, I was natural, and if you looked at me, you could tell, but most people don't want to believe that. Because I worked my ass off to be in the best shape that I could. I weighed 242 pounds. I'm 6'7", all right? Like that's not unrealistic for a natural guy, but because of my posing and because of the development that I had with my muscle, and I actually timed my pump really well for that competition. Actually, it was the only competition that I was actually really pumped on stage. I've never to this day been able to match that, so I felt like the stars aligned for me, but it was really something, but I'll tell you right now, you might be able to win at like the state level, something like a regional or state level, but you're not going to win at nationals as a natural guy in NPC. It's not possible unless you're like maybe a Ronnie Coleman, but for the average person, it's like I'm an avid fitness person. I'm trying to get there. Can I do this? I'm just going to be realistic with you. You can win some smaller shows and look fantastic, but to win nationals, that never happen. It was awesome because so I remember being backstage and I was talking with some of the guys, and I had some really good competition, and they were talking about different cycles and things they were doing. And I knew they were going to, because we were all sitting in a circle, I knew they were going to ask me, and at that time I said, I know you guys aren't going to believe me. I said, but I'm not taking anything. And they were like, oh, come on, it's bullshit, man, come on, spill the beans. I'm like, look, no, okay, fine, all right, here's the deal. I just wrote my book, called The Supernatural Lifestyle, and I said the whole point is to come out here and kick ass, so when I win this thing, I'll tell you what, I'll give you a copy of the book. How about that? And they were like, oh, motherfucker, kind of thing. And I ended up winning, and one of the guys wanted the book, and that was awesome. But that was how I was able to manipulate my foods and my sequence and my training and everything to actually give me an edge. And the insulin spike was the whole thing, So, but I lied to everybody, said I was 265 and I was 242. Because my posing was really on point, and I create the illusion of size, So that was how I did it. That's how it went down.
Gotta make them gains.
And that's how I do it, because I gotta make them gains, son.